If you haven't heard yet, Pete Carroll has been named the new head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, and this is super important for the future of the team, not just with him being the coach now, but them setting up a new culture and kind of developing the next guy in line here, hopefully on the staff. That way they don't have to go out and do this again in a couple years from now. But I wanted to break down some of Pete Carroll's past teams and show you what they were really good at. But before we get into that, I did want to give you a crazy stat. So listen to this. When Pete Carroll first became the Seahawks head coach in 2010, they ranked 21st in offensive points scored per game and 24th in points allowed per game, right? Not good. Not good at all. But after he got one off season with the team and started to really put together what he liked, things changed very, very quickly. In year two, right? Year two, the next season, he led this offense to the 17th best in football in terms of points per game, right? Not bad, but turned the defense 7th allowed, or 7th in the NFL in terms of points allowed per game. But it gets even crazier. In 2012, he went to the number one defense in football. The number one defense in football in points allowed per game. 2013, the number one defense in football, right? And now the 9th best offense. 2014, the first best defense in football for 3 straight years and the 4th best offense. 2014 or 2015, the number one defense in football. 2016, the 3rd best defense in football. Do you guys kind of understand what I'm saying here? This guy has the ability to turn a defense into a beast, into the best defense in the NFL. And in this video, I wanted to break down some film. I want to show you what he likes to do, what he throws out there for the defense, and how he gets these guys playing at an unreal potential, right? We're going to break down in this video some film. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you want a part 2 to this video where we break down even more film on what he does as a defensive-minded coach. If you want that video, let's see if we can get over 400 likes. With that being said, let's jump in. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about him and his defensive approach, being able to hire some defensive personnel and get these DBs in position to force turnovers. 11 out of his 14 years in Seattle, he is ranked within the top 15 in terms of interceptions per game, getting these DBs to get their head around, look for the football, and force turnovers, right? On this play here, they're going up against Joe Burrow, a very good quarterback. You got 2-eye safety, right? Usually when you have press man coverage to the bottom or top side, it kind of turns into a yes-no read for the quarterback, where if this safety heads to the middle of the field or bites upwards, they're going to throw this football no matter what. And again, he makes sure that these DBs are good enough, they're in position to know when and what they need to do in these type of positions. So as we snap the ball, you see the strong, or the strong side safety go to inside, go up, right, in a cover one robber type of look here, and we're gonna have a midfield close safety. So as he starts to drop back and not over, they're gonna throw this ball immediately. Now, it's a good enough throw where it's the one-on-one is going to be established, but the DB is able to get that hand around and get an interception here on Jamar Chase. I mean, beautiful, great job here by the DB at the bottom side of your screen. Again, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, probably the deadliest duo in football, even to this day, right? They're just getting started. Back a couple of years, maybe last year, Pete Carroll made sure these DBs were always focused, always ready to go, and this was a good interception here by the defense. All right, here we go. Another big-time play for the defense. Now, the offense is going to be in a 5-man scat protection to the left, which means they're going to slide the offensive line in this direction with man-to-man to the right side. Now, what this usually means is there's going to initiate a double team at some point in time. So, for example, if you send this guy and this guy, usually the left guard will say, okay, I want to help here, or maybe I want to help out here. Now, initially off the snap, we're going to see extra pressure from the corner, from that slot. Quarterback doesn't read it. They do a really good job not showing that they're going to blitz off that corner side, which now puts the left tackle in a tough position because the right guard initially went to go help out inside, right? You see his arm starting to extend here on the outside shoulder of the D tackle, and now we're getting extra pressure, which forces this tackle to go out wide, cover the edge, cover that that corner blitz, and then we get a wide open pressure. Whenever you're able to generate just a little bit of pressure on a quarterback, especially one that doesn't have the experience, you're going to create one of 5 different scenarios: a bad throw, a bad decision, an interception, a forced fumble on the sack, or even just a sack, right? So on this play, PJ Walker is forced to throw this ball maybe a little bit too far, maybe a little bit too high. Either way, Tariq Woolen plays some great defense. His ability to play this zone where, listen, all we got to do is read the quarterback's eyes. The majority of the time, these quarterbacks, unless you're going up against a great one like Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen, those guys will be really good at manipulating a defense. But some of these other guys will just stare down where they want to go with the football. So a combination of pressure and good defense here by Tariq Woolen, who ended up being, or is right now, becoming a really good player in the NFL, and actually had a little bit of a down year due to some injuries this year. But this dude was nasty under Pete Carroll, and you know, looked like at a moment there, he was the best DB in football as a rookie. He was insanely good. And again, Pete Carroll knows how to train, knows how to develop DBs. In Las Vegas, the DBs aren't very great, man. I mean, Mo Riggs, Nate Hobbs has developed a ton. Other than that, I do like Jack Jones, but man, DeCamerion Richardson, dude, this dude could be nasty. The physical traits he has alone, I think he could end up being a lot like Tariq Woolen, which is crazy to even think about. All right, another crazy play here. So offense is going to be in a full slide. Whenever your offensive line is a full slide to the left, you're going to have man to the right, which means your running back and your tight end have to pick up any edge rushers off this side. We're going to get Quez Watkins on a deep crosser over the middle. You're going to get a dig and kind of like a stop row, and then he's going to go up the field a little bit late here. But what I want to show you on this play specifically is, once again, their ability to turn back, look for the football, and just make plays as DBs. Again, you'll see a tight end and the running back pick up on that man side, do a really good job protecting Jalen Hurts here. And as we get this crosser, look at Julian Love stay with the receiver, and then as the football is in the air, he's going to see Quez Watkins look up for it. That's when Julian Love says, okay, now I need to go back, look for the football. A little bit of hand fighting down there, but ultimately gets the interception. Again, I feel like these DBs under Pete Carroll just know how to play. You go back and look at the Legion of Boom. You look back at, even a year ago, 2 years ago, this defense has always been, really good in terms of forcing turnovers. And I feel like that can really help the Raiders sustain a defense that can not only be good up front with guys like Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins, but now they can maybe generate a little bit more turnovers from this secondary. I'm really hoping this season is a massive jump up, for a defense like the Raiders, who, again, just desperately need to find a coach, a guy that can help these secondary players develop. In the linebackers, right? Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks, he's always had a couple of guys in this linebacker core play well, so I think it's going to be huge. Before we get any further, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we will be covering the Las Vegas Raiders throughout the entirety of the season: offense, defense, individual breakdowns, and then, more importantly, this offseason coming up, right? Whether it be free agency, we're going to break down individual player film. So you guys will know if you guys sign, Joe Blow, we're going to make sure you guys know who he is, what he adds, and we're going to look at his film, right? So whoever you guys trade for, whoever you guys draft, film analysis everywhere. Make sure you guys join the family. Let's jump into some more film. All right, here's a pretty crazy play by the offense. This is something you would see by the current day Detroit Lions under Ben Johnson. We're going to jet sweep this over to Tutu Atwell. But what we're going to notice is, as they start to commit to this right side, we're actually going to pitch it back out to Matthew Stafford, have a block, and then go ball down the left side here by Cooper Kupp. Once again, I guess these guys to really fight up front. Right, handoff there. We're going to get all these guys to overcommit to that right side. Get these second and third level defenders to bite up, overcommit. Now we just leave this one-on-one coverage to the top side of your screen, and Tariq Woolen plays it extremely well. Matt Stafford gets absolutely lit up, and Tariq Woolen comes down with an interception here. Another one, man. I'm telling you, Tariq Woolen, I think, has the intangibles very similar of DeCamerion Richardson. If they're able to get something out of him, I would be pumped. Hold on. Before you guys go, listen to this. The NFL season is officially back, and with Underdog, you can win so much money, compete for prizes every single day, and make any sport that you watch more fun. With the NFL being back, you can bet on so many different things. Rookie quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, you can, put a higher lower on his longest completion, or his fumbles lost, or his passing touchdowns, whatever you guys want. They have teams all around the league, players, offense, defense. You can win so much money, right? And if you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit up to 50%. If you put in $1,000, they're going to give you $500 free. But on top of that, they're going to give you discounts. Today, it was Dak Prescott over half a yard. The freest money I have ever won in my life. Go check it out right now. Not only can you play higher, lower, but you can do drafts where you compete for prizes up to $150,000, or you can go a lower one, right? $15,000 and compete with less people. Guys, this app is fun. You can win money, and it makes everything so much more fun to watch. And again, NFL, MLB, WNBA, tennis, soccer, whatever you guys like, go check it out. Now, one thing that you're going to notice consistently with a guy like Pete Carroll is he likes having guys here that can blitz the quarterback from the cornerback position, and obviously Nate Hobbs might even be a perfect guy for that position here in Las Vegas. Another reason I like it, and we also make it undisguisable. Like, these offenses, these quarterbacks never see it coming, which ends up being huge because they'll leave or they'll slide their offensive line to the right? That left tackle is man-to-man there, and then we get a free release off the edge, or maybe you just have to get through a running back here, but ultimately Trey Brown gets off the edge, forces pressure on the quarterback, and the secondary coverage, unbelievable. Nobody even close to open. I mean, maybe you have this, but again, that's going to be a tough throw to make. Maybe a lot of air under that could be picked off. But either way, end up securing a sack from that corner blitz. Another reason I like Pete Carroll, I think that the corner, Nate Hobbs, and some other guys here could fit what he already likes to do. Now, another thing about Pete Carroll is he is his deadliest, right? His defenses are the best when they have some elite exterior pressure from the outside. Think about it like this. Max Crosby, one of the best in football, if not the best edge rusher, defensive end in football when it comes to getting to the quarterback. When they have a guy like this, they're the best defense in football. He has shown that on a consistent basis. Again, you go back to when they had Michael Bennett. That guy was applying pressure a ton and forcing more interceptions, forcing more turnovers, and owning the time of possession right here. They dominate off the edge, get a quick sack here on the quarterback. I believe Daniel Jones at the time, but it don't matter, right? They're in a 5-man scat, slide to the left, running back picks up a middle blitz if there is one. If not, get on your route, right? Demoralize. We got the edge rusher demoralizing this left tackle. And again, these are the things that help Pete Carroll sustain one of the top defenses in football. And over the past maybe 5-6 years, he hasn't really had that, right? Boye Mafe's okay, Uchenna Nwosu's okay. They haven't had those dominant guys. Over here in Las Vegas, he has at least one in a couple. I mean, Chason looked really good this season. You got Tyree Wilson still trying to develop him. I'm hoping he gets to the next level. Malcolm Kuntz, we'll see what happens with him. But man, I'm telling you, there's a lot to like. Now, he also likes to have personnel for certain situations. For example, a guy like Darrell Taylor, who I believe was traded from Seattle to maybe the Chicago Bears. I might be mistaken, but when he was in Seattle with Pete Carroll, they used him a lot on third down, third and long situations where the team wouldn't be running the ball because he had this spark. Now, he wasn't the greatest run defender in the world, which is why he wasn't a 3-down player, but they like to keep these guys activated, keep them well rested and ready to go on any single down. That way, when it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, throw him in there. He's electric. He can get to the quarterback very quickly, and he's got a unique pass rush rate that not a lot of guys have here. Gets a sack on the quarterback. Again, not the biggest guy in the world, but he is very explosive when it comes to getting to the quarterback, man. I mean, goes to a double team, a chip and release off the tight end. Left tackle couldn't even get there in time to demoralize him. Gets a sack here again. I love Pete Carroll as a defensive-minded head coach. If you guys watch my video on my main channel, my only concern with them is the offense. How are we going to get the most out of the offense this year? I really just have no idea what their outlook is right now, and that is definitely something that is, making me curious. I think the defense will be very good next year, but the offense is definitely something I'm a little bit wary about. There's a little bit of rumors out there right now. Russell Wilson could be a Raider. I don't really know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if that's a thing, but maybe DK Metcalf over here to the Raiders. I don't know, but I think it does. A lot of guys like playing for Pete Carroll. He's definitely a player motivator and an energy guy, passion guy. So I definitely like him as head coach. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next update.